Hi everyone, how are you guys doing? Today we'll have sentences, fragments, and run-on. First of all, you have to log in using the aplusstudent.com. Then you click on your name, language art, go down to grade 3 and then click on the lessons, sentences, fragments, and run-ons. So we will complete the first two lessons, which are: is it a complete sentence or a fragment? Is it a complete sentence or a run on? Hi everyone on the chat. So we'll start now. Okay. Hi David. Hi Winnie. Hi to you all. Okay, so let's start now. Okay, so a sentence is a group of words that forms a complete thought. It has both a subject and a verb. So a sentence is a group of words. Oh yeah, exactly. I thought that was you. But she told me she was your sister. So yeah, okay. Now I know. Oh, Ivana. Okay, Ivana. All right. Okay. So a sentence is a group of words that forms a complete thought. So, group of words that forms a complete thought. It has a subject. So, take note of the subject and a verb. So, for example, we have my friends walk along the path. Now, my friends here is the subject. Work is the verb. Okay, so subject and verb. A complete sentence will have both of them. So, for example, we can have um okay, so we have the sentence that says my mom traveled yesterday. So my mom is the subject, and traveled will be the verb. So you're saying that your mom traveled yesterday is a complete sentence. So remember that the complete sentence will always have a subject and a verb. If you do not see a subject and a verb, then there's definitely something wrong with the sentence. Okay, so we have the sentence fragments. Sentence fragment is a group of words that does not express a complete thought. So, a group of words. Okay, so for the sentence fragment, we have group of words that does not express a complete thought. Okay, so the sentence fragment from doesn't express a complete thought, okay? So it is usually missing a subject or verb. So when it comes to the sentence fragment, they're usually missing either a subject, so missing a subject or verb. Okay, so one of these will be missing. That's why sentence fragment do not express a complete thought, because usually every sentence is meant to have the complete thought. Okay, so it's supposed to have the subject and the verb, but sentence fragment doesn't have that. So knows the answer is an example here. So we say knows the answer. Now, who knows the answer? We have no idea who knows the answer. So it is a sentence fragment because it is missing the subject. So we could say Ivana knows the answer. That makes it a complete sentence. But if it doesn't have the name or it doesn't have a pronoun, then it is a sentence fragment. So it's always going to miss a subject or verb. Okay? So we don't know who knows the answer, she knows the answer. So it could be the bright red car. Now, it says the bright red car, but what happens to the bright red car? It is missing a verb because it just has a subject. So we have no idea what happened to the car. What happened? We don't know. So, what did the bright red car do? The bright red car stopped. So, if you say the bright red car stopped, then it's a complete sentence. It has a verb and a subject. Okay? So, for the sentence fragment, it will miss a subject or verb. So that's what makes the sentence fragment incomplete. All right, so on the chat, can you give me some complete sentences first? Make some sentences. So give me some complete sentences on the chat box. I'll wait for your sentences. Okay, so let's see. What are your sentences? Mm-hmm. So you can leave your sentences on the chat. I am okay. So we have the first sentence from Ivana. I am listening to the classes. Okay, good job because I there is the subject, listening is the verb. Okay, so that's correct. This is a complete sentence. So, can you make one example that is a sentence fragment? Can you give me a sentence fragment? Think about a sentence fragment and give me one. Okay, sentence fragment. Exactly. So, we have the blue car. Okay, so what happens to the blue car? We have no idea. So, it just says the blue car. Okay, so it could be the blue car is moving. That is the complete sentence. But if we just say the blue car, then it is incomplete. So that's it for like the sentence, the complete sentence, and the fragment. Moving on, we're moving on to the runner now. Okay, so we have the complete sentence is still the same thing. The complete sentence is still the same, having the okay, so having those subject and verb. Okay, and then for the run on sentences is made up of two sentences that are joined together. Okay, so for the run on sentences, it is made up of two sentences that are joined together without a punctuation or with just a comma. So, two sentences joined together. So the sentences will be there together without a punctuation or with just a comma. For example, we have I knocked on the door, it opened. So I knocked on the door, it's opened. Okay, so if you say I knocked on the door, it opened, it's supposed to be like two sentences on its own, right? It's supposed to be separated. So I knocked on the door, you could have one sentence, I knock on the door, then you put a period, and then the next, it opened another sentence. But if you join it together, that is a run on. And it started raining, we ran outside. So it started raining, we ran outside. It is joined with a comma. That is also a run on sentence. So it's just supposed to be like one sentence. It started raining, period. We ran outside, another sentence. Okay? So to fix a run-on sentence, you have to separate it into two sentences. So you separate them, add an end punctuation. Okay, so if the end punctuation is supposed to be period, you put period. If it's supposed to be question mark, you put question mark. And after the first sentence, capitalize the second sentence. Just like this sentence, I knocked on the door, it opened. It, if you're separating it and you put a period after the first, it is supposed to be in what? In capital letter. Okay? So it's the start of a new sentence. So you're supposed to put it in capital letters. So you have to do it like this. So just like this, I knocked on the door with the period, it opened. It started raining, we ran outside. So you put a period between them, and then the next sentence is supposed to start with a capital letter. You can also fix a run-on sentence by rewriting it as a compound sentence. So if you want to write it as a compound sentence, if you want to fix it like that, you okay. Compound sentences is two sentences joined together, of course, by a comma and conjunction. So if you want to make it a compound sentence, you need to put a comma and a conjunction. So it's not supposed to just have the comma, it's supposed to have the conjunction to complete it. So we have like four conjunctions: and, but, or, so. So that's it. So this is the conjunctions. So you have to use the conjunction in the sentence. So it's just like I knocked on the door with a comma, then and it opened. It started raining, then a comma, so we ran inside. Okay, so you can fix a run on sentence by putting a period, or you can fix it also by using it or turning the sentence into a compound sentence. So on the chat, can you give me examples of run on sentences? On the chat, can you give me examples of run on sentences? Okay, so we have So we have our first sentence from David. My friend like cats, but I don't. Okay, so this is a run-on sentence. So, for example, if you want to fix this sentence, right? You can just put a comma before the but. You know, but is a compound, is a coordinating conjunction. So if you put comma before but, it has become a complete sentence. Because if you just let it be like that, then it is run on two sentences together that needs to be separated. Okay, so it was raining outside, but it stopped raining. So this is a complete sentence. You already have but, your coordinating conjunction, and you have a comma. So this is a complete sentence. But if, look at the sentence from Ivana, if you didn't put comma there, or if you didn't put but in that sentence, it can be it was raining outside, it stopped raining. So that's a run-on sentence. And if you want to fix it, you can then put but and you can put your comma. So that's how you sort out the run-on sentences. So let me know on the chat, do you guys have any questions? Tell me on the chat, do you have any question? Let me know, do you have any questions? Okay, so let's see. Do you guys have any questions or you have none? Any question before we move on to A plus? Okay, so I'm guessing you guys have no questions, so we will move on here. So we're taking these first two lessons, and then the next time we will complete the last one. So we're doing, is it a complete sentence or a fragment? So it says, which is a sentence fragment here? Aunt Kate's heavy bag She put salt in the soup. So over here, she put salt in the soup, right? And it's asking for sentence fragment. So she is a subject here. Subject. And put is the verb. So this automatically is not a sentence fragment. But it says Aunt Kate. Okay, so it says Aunt Kate's heavy bag. Okay, so baggage. All right, so you can see that it just tells us about Aunt Kate's heavy baggage. We do not know what happened to the baggage. So this is a subject without a verb. Okay, so it's either it tells us that, oh, this happens to the baggage, but this one doesn't say anything. So that's the sentence fragments. Okay, we have a strong, bold girl. Is this a complete sentence? When you say a strong, bold girl, a strong, bold girl is not a complete sentence. It is a sentence fragment. It is missing a verb. So if you say a strong, bold girl, what happened to the girl? We have no idea. We don't know. Okay, so let's move on to the test. You can send in your answers, okay? So we can interact. So, which is the sentence fragment here? Send me your answers. So you can send your answers on the chats. Uh-huh. Okay. So one. Okay, one is the sentence fragment. Good. Okay. Next one. Which is the sentence fragment here? So this one is option goes on a big adventure. He drew an arrow on the sign. Okay, so goes on a big adventure because we do not know who's going on that adventure. Is it Ivana or is it David? We have no idea. Okay, complete sentence. What is the complete sentence here? Okay, so we have lives in a saltwater environment, no clouds were in the sky. What do you think a complete sentence will be? Which one? It's supposed to be no clouds were in the sky. If you say lives in a saltwater environment, who lives in that environment? We don't know. But no clouds were in the sky is a complete sentence. So we have ferns grow in shady places, arrived at the beach. What is the complete sentence here? Okay, the complete sentence is okay, grows in shady places. Alright, correct. So what about this? Sentence fragment. The cook always wear an apron, sewed the black coat. Which one? So which one? Okay, so sentence fragment sewed a black coat because we don't know who sewed the coat. Okay, so this one. Okay, sentence fragment. Okay, moving on. Complete sentence. Bats are the only flying mammals. The warm blue blankets. Okay, so our complete sentence is bats are the only flying mammals. Okay. And what's the sentence fragment here? An empty silver bucket or the cook always wears an apron. Which one? So tell me. Okay. So, okay. A, an empty silver bucket. Okay, so that's it for like sentence fragments and complete sentence. We'll move on to the run on now. Okay. So you have to make sure that you complete the lesson. If you haven't done it, you have to complete it. Okay? So complete this lesson if you haven't. Alright, so for complete sentence, the cardboard box gets wet, it starts, it falls apart. The class chuckles at Miss Connor's joke. So what's this? Complete sentence. The class chuckle. Okay. So we also have, is this a complete sentence? Mom drank coffee and milk. I had tea. So this is not. Mom drank coffee and milk. I had tea. This is obviously a run-on, two sentences together. And then this is asking for run-on sentence. Abby's bedroom is neat. She puts everything away. The curious girl looked into the damp cellar. So what's this one? Run-on or complete sentence? So this would be what? What would be the run-on here? Abby's bedroom is neat. She puts everything away. So it has to be the first one. Okay? Okay, moving on to the test. You can share your answers as usual. What is the run on sentence here? So give me the answers. So which one is the run on in the first one? Okay, we have one. Okay. We wanted a snack. We ate cherries. Okay. So we have Sandra spilled apple juice on the carpet. Molly draws an arrow, it points up. What is the run on sentence here? What is the run on? Tell me. Okay, we have hi. Okay, good. How are you? And then this one, Josie just moved here. She's new to our country. Is it run on or not? Okay, so what's this? Is this a run on sentence? Josie just moved here. She's new to our country. Yes, guys. Remember, run-on sentence is two sentences joined together. So this was two sentences. She just moved here. She's new to our country. So that's a run-on. This one, Jason's favorite season is fall. It is cool outside. Is this a complete sentence or not? So what about this one? Is it a complete sentence? So this is words. It's not a complete sentence. No, this is a run-on sentence. Okay? Hmm. So look at this one, which is a complete sentence. The curious girl looked into the damp cellar. Conan picked apples. He will give some away. So what's the complete sentence here? Is it A or B? So one or two. Which one is the correct one? Okay, so complete sentence looked, it's supposed to be one. If you look at the second one is a run-on because it says that Conan picked apples, one sentence. He would give some away, the second. So that's a run-on. But then this one, the curious girl looked into the damn cellar. So the curious girl, the subject, and then looked is what? The verb. Okay. So yeah, that's it for this lesson. Next time we'll finish this one. Okay, the last one. We'll do that next week. Tell me in the chat, do you have any questions, guys? Do you have any questions? Let me know. Is there a question or you have no questions? Do you have any question? Okay, so I guess there's no questions. We'll see again next time. Do have a good weekend, everyone. Take care always. Bye.